Hi Ophiuchus, this is your March 2026 monthly general read for Ophiuchus. So take what resonates. Hope you're doing well. Let's make a start. Oh. I was going to take this card out of the pack, which is naughty. I was going to remove it about 10 minutes ago because it's coming up a fair amount, at least the last maybe 3 readings I've done, and you can't avoid it. Betrayal, heartbreak for many of you. But the good news is you're moving on from that. The good news is you could be dealing with a cancer, some of you, but I feel you're bored of being there. Yeah, you're moving on from it. You're not going to take any more crap. You're probably mentally extremely strong because it's taken a lot of mental energy from you, and there is a sense of you getting your balance back, perhaps a sense of justice for some of you. You've been to court over this. Could be divorce for some of you. Overall, you feel that all the effort, the moving forwards, the applying a lot of determination, mental determination to get beyond it is, you know, working out in your favour. You don't need to do a great deal more. You're okay. You're healed. You're the Empress here. You're, perhaps other people are looking at you with a kind of admiration to see that you've moved beyond this. If you've not fully healed, Ophiuchus, it's, you know, and it's been slow, and you're virtually almost, you know, there. I think you've had also maybe Pisces, this might be relevant, or somebody who's got a youthful demeanour, or even children or colleagues, friends, people younger than you, you know, with a kind of cheeky, fun sort of demeanour has been this person, possibly a person, has helped you. If it's not a person, it could be you, that you've endured this heartbreak, but you brought this kind of Capricorn had something similar. You put on this kind of fun, you know, almost childlike kind of facade to others, you know, because you haven't wanted a pity party. It's not your style. So you haven't wanted that, and you've just been putting on this kind of a little bit of a funny, you know, humorous angle to everything. You know, there's moments, I think, during the month, the Ophiuchus, that you will maybe remember aspects of this, betrayal. And in some cases there'll be an understanding between you. You know, you both feel like your nose is out of joint. You both feel the kind of repercussions. It's not just you. You know, there's people you can lean on, or a person as well who maybe has been in a similar thing, and they're there for you to be able to lean on them. Also, communications. This is something that could be quite a focus for you for the month. You're wanting to be in that sort of more in your headspace. I feel that what's helping you, what's going to help you through March, is to be in a good mental headspace. Perhaps some of you are doing, practicing being able to kind of clear your mind, working on that aspect of yourself, preventing yourself from, going into rethinking things, almost like distracting yourself from dwelling or thinking too much. You know, somebody around you could be advising you to make certain choices now that maybe you didn't want to make, say last month, or a few months back, but you're faced with choices, and this can always, not always, but it can sometimes be choices of possible love interests in front of you, and you're going to be much more discerning about, say if you're thinking of going back on a dating scene, you're going to be so much more discerning about who you choose. Now, in some cases, some of you, Ophiuchus, you were with someone younger who wasn't particularly taking it seriously. It was a fling. You possibly wanted it to be more than just a fling. It could have been like a flippant sort of just a very flighty romantic interlude where you were wanting a bit more. It didn't work out that way. Oh well, you've learnt, and you can, you can say what it is you want. You've made up, you've made up your mind. You know what it is you want. You are going to be much more selective in the future. Yeah, I mean, you're not in a bad place. You have, I feel as if your life is relatively fulfilling for you. Not 100%. You're going to be happy. I mean, you're going to be happy. You're going to see things clear as day. Once you've made the choices, or once you've decided, I'm going to be, very aware. I'm going to be mentally very astute in any choices I now make. I'm certainly going to stay in a kind of I'm going to be young at heart still, regardless. You know, this isn't gonna kill me. I'm gonna ultimately be happy. And that's kind of your mantra. It's like, okay, I've been through the ringer. I'm also extraordinarily resilient. Things are moving forwards now for me. I'm not going to take any crap. There's going to be, you know, fairness. I'm going to be fair to myself, I think, is also more to the point here, Ophiuchus. You're going to be fair to yourself. You know, you've got all of this abundance and more. You know, like, you have routines set up possibly now. You've been applying yourself to, you know, improving your life, where you're determined to be happy again. You're going to, you know, be creative, charismatic. Things will start to come in for you because you've decided that this is what, you know, this is the agenda. I'm certainly not going to be taking any rubbish or any kind of disrespect for the month of March at all. And if there's somebody who's caught your eye already, it's a possibility, then, you know, you could be the one who needs to make a gesture towards them because you've got nothing to lose. You know, there could be somebody that you notice that there's some chemistry. You could be, you know, the one to initiate. The Queen of Wands here, she does initiate. She doesn't wait for things to come to her. The Queen of Swords will be straight up expressing what she thinks. Yeah, because you'll be calm, collected. You're not going to be, you know, showing any signs of wear and tear and distress for the month. Yeah, you know, you could likely meet someone who's really inspiring, who's maybe, you know, like an Aries type person, kind of characteristics of Aries, you know, innovative and inspiring. You're going to show leadership qualities this month. Possibly an unexpected supporter will kind of rock up out of the blue. Someone you're not expecting will come and maybe want to be a part of the things you do, who you are. Yeah, because you're going to be pretty much emotionally fulfilled for March. And surrounded by people you trust, because you're actually not, you know, you're going to be, you know, making sure that you're surrounded by people that you can trust while you move forwards. And possibly people who also are going to be, you know, basically on your side. And this will come to you because you're not going to have to really go after it. Of course you will. I mean, you're going to be able to manifest, but you're not going to be in any state of frenzy. yeah, and you're going to remember, perhaps get back in touch with yourself, as see yourself as adorable, see yourself as lovable. You know, as I said, you're calm. You're going to be calm. Your calmness will be attractive to other people. You'll be kind of like a sort of sunny day. Yeah, because the changes, these changes are coming out of this heartbreak, will be like a sort of rebirth. You'll feel fresh and new again. Because you've been healing, and the healing is going to really show on the outside. Yeah, I feel as if that whoever it was, you know, who you were involved with, you know, that you'll probably always have love for them, but it will just be one of those experiences that you just will want, at some point you're going to remember with fondness, and you're kind of almost going to be there. You're going to get there eventually. Make sure you look at things also in the workplace. Make sure that you look at things with a clear perspective, and don't judge. And there's a likelihood of you meeting somebody, even in the workplace, in fact, who, you know, is going to be offering you some kind of reciprocity, not a kind of fly-by-night kind of romance with a very short lifespan. So that's what I've got for you, Ophiuchus. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you again soon. Sending you lots of love. Bye.